What I'm going to look at here now is how to look at the properties of objects and how to actually measure things. So it's about all the information. So what it is really, we've got a little selection arrow here, which is the same as the select arrow here. And basically what you can do is just select anything on the job. So you might want to select the revolving doors on the entrance there. And first thing to note is once you've got something selected, if you actually hit the cube, it'll zoom straight to that selected object. Now what we can do now is, now with that object selected, we can actually right click and go to view properties. And here are the properties of that object. I'm just trying to expand this box out slightly. There we go. And clicking this little arrow here, it will change it into the different materials, Revit materials and things of that object itself. So you can see there's a bit of information there. And if we change it to parent, then we can see there's lots of other information. And again, you can see this is now changed, and we can really start seeing the good data that's been put into the model, and start seeing some of the sizes and things of that nature that's in here, some of the materials and the categories and that, etc. So always useful. And again, to release, just press your escape key and that'll release your selected object. You can zoom out, you can then go and select another one like this column. Again, right click, look at the properties. Again, probably not much there. Look at item, yeah, there you see structural column. Again, expand it out, look in the parent, and yeah, not much there. So each object is different depending on whether it's a family within Autodesk Revit or what really. And then you can see, again, that's where it is. So it's usually under element that you get the most of the information, and in there you can see its length, etc., all coming through from the design model itself. So that's good. Obviously this is the desktop, exactly the same in Internet Explorer version. This object, just select and look at the properties. But what you can also do in here is take some measurements, and that's this command here. So I can actually say, right, I want to do a point-to-point measurement. So you might say, okay, I want to do the face of that column to the face of this column. And you can see there, that's the measurement. Now notice when I'm doing these measurements, there's like a square box that's following my cursor around, and that's snapping onto faces. So you can see there, that's the front face of the column, and that's the side face. If it changes to a cross like it is now, it's picking onto a point on the column itself. So I might want to say, well, how high is it from there? And you'll see it change to a point up here. There we go, there's the point there. And you can see that's the height. So be wary of when you're selecting things, what you're actually selecting. And if you do something like that, so that's the face of the column to the side, you can see that's the true dimension in orange, 10.5 meters. But you've actually got a Z value of 5.1 meters, a Y value of there, and obviously a Z value because it's not parallel. If I try and rotate around a bit, you can see actually what I've tried to measure. So just be wary of the 3D view and actually how you're going to look at that. Area, very similar here. Again, you can pick 1, 2. As soon as you've done 3, it'll start giving the area. Then you can start tracing around. So if you wanted to do an area of, you know, some slab work or a room or something like that, and you've not actually got it out of the model, you can actually use the area command there, etc. And again, angle, pick 2 objects, third object, and it'll start giving you the angle of things. So again, just have a look at these things and just have a play with them. If ever you want to get rid of them, you can save them and it clears your model away. If you save them, it'll save them off as a markup, which we'll cover later. So you can actually save them, pass it over to the design team or other people in the project, and they can actually have a look at it. But that's the basis of